EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now Hunt on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
37-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Touch 50, touch 50. 55,
Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, 55, Mike, 55. Let's go.
Go.
Here's Wilson. That's out to Chubb, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Able to slither by. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. That's caught. 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. To try again after the sack. Jackson. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
They'll start with the option. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, here's the option. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 32 on the play. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. Ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Browns 14, Ravens 3. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Ravens 3.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Next to score, Browns 14, Ravens 10. Justin Tucker to kick
Tucker
off.
now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Play action. It's Wilson going deep here for Landry. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line.
On the carry.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On second down, Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A toss play to Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got it. Let's go double count right here, double count. Further. Check Mike 21. I got him.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Bring out.
Target. Check 55, come on.
Check 0.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Eluding the pressure right. If Wilson hit, it's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
15-yard loss. It's 2nd down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Grant Delpit. Jackson's pass is intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Give. This is Chubb. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn, that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Jackson on 1st down. Now he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Jackson's pass.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Raven 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now he steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
The 40-yard line.
Again, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Push him back. Push him back. 555.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Nick Chubb on the carry. Chuck Clark on the tackle.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up.
In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And they run the option on 2nd down. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Intercepted.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
57. Mike, 57. QB draw. Go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Run left.
You.
They go play action now. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a give, right side. Gibson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Gibson, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
And a Raven first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Browns 24. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. They juked him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. On the move to his left. And now Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.